Hello everyone. Sire here. Thank you so much for joining me today with Trinity Stamps Release Hop. This is the February 2026 release. It is, as you can maybe see if you can read backwards, Easter themed, and there are a lot of really fun products that are added to this collection. And I'm going to be playing with a few of them. So I would like to say that this is a hop. We are on Instagram and YouTube. All the information will be in our description box on YouTube. And if you go over to Instagram, there will also be, you can go under my name or anyone else on the design team, and you'll see the list of everyone who is joining. And we're all going to be creating some inspiration using the new product. If you've caught any of the sneak peeks that have been happening, maybe you're excited, and maybe I'll be playing with one of those products today. So I have the Easter Simple Sentiments Coordinating Die. There is also a stamp set that I have over here somewhere. I was organized, and there we go. There is the Simply Sentiments Easter stamp, as well as the dies. I like the dies a lot because they come in different fonts. They come in the shadows, and they're just really fun to play with. It's just one word, Easter, but you can always use this stamp set to coordinate and create some really fun Easter sentiments. You really customize that sentiment that's just perfect. And it's not just all Easter like bunnies and eggs, but we also have He is Risen. So there's some religious ones here, which also, if you have seen, there is a release of, I believe it's called Empty Tomb, and it's right here. This is the die for it. It creates that the scene, and that sentiment can go for that. But there's lots of sentiments here that you can play with, and like I said, create your own. So I won't be using the Simply Sentiments stamp, but instead I'll be using the Egg-ceptional Sentiments. And this is all sentiments that are egg themed. So if you are a puns person, you love to be silly, this sentiment stamp is perfect for you. It also comes with a coordinating die, which really cuts out those sentiments really fun. And I will show you how I do that. But I'm going to be using this because we're going to be also playing with this egg-shaped die card. Now, don't get too excited if you're hoping to see an egg-shaped card. I am not going to be doing that today. Instead, I'm going to be using just this little die here. But I wanted to show it to you because there is a lot on this die set. So you can create the eggs, there's the layers, there's even chicken feet, band-aids, and a little happy smile, feet, a crack, there's a little eye poking through that crack. This is a real fun die. And then finally you have the peeps. This is a trio of peeps that are connected. And there is like a little folding line in there. If you wanted to fold them, you could. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep them all the same because I think it's going to be really fun. It's really cute to have them all together. And I'm going to use that layer die to put on top. So I know I took a long time to introduce the die sets and everything, but it's a lot of fun products and I can't wait to start creating. So let's do that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is grab our Egg-ceptional Sentiments stamp there. That's the stamp that has all those fun sentiments that you can use to customize egg-themed sentiments for Easter. And we're going to heat set some words on some nice dark black cardstock. I'm going to use the words have and exceptional. And of course it's a pun, so exceptional is spelled with an egg in the front and hyphen exceptional. And those are the three letters that we're going to heat set in some nice white embossing powder. So we're just using our little stamp positioner here, and we're going to grab some embossing ink. I'm going to do this 2 times. I always like to do it at least 2, just make sure that I have a good coverage. I find that if you just do it once, especially if it's a new stamp, I just never get the best coverage. So I will do it at least twice. And then we'll grab a piece of scrap paper and some embossing powder, and we're just going to coat that up and heat set it. This is so fun. I love doing this. It's always fun to create sentiments with embossing. And I'm going to buff that off just with my cloth there to get off all that powder. And then I will use the die set, the coordinating die set, to cut those out, and it makes such a fun close cut to the sentiment. To continue with the sentiment, we're going to pull out the Easter die. This is the one that has, it's coordinates well with the Simply Sentiments Easter. And I'm just going to use the font itself, and that will create a shadow background in black. And then I will cut the Easter word 3 times in white. You don't need to do this. I like to have that nice raised sentiment. So I'm going to show you how I do at least with the first letter. I just take each one and glue it so that there's 3 together. And then when that's done, I glue it down to the shadow, and I just get this really nice, thick sentiment. It just adds a little bit of elegance to it. It's just a little bit more polished when you have that, when everything is not just one level or one, like a flat card. So there you go. It just looks really fun like that. So we'll go ahead and glue each letters in. I will go fast forward that. We don't need to see me painstakingly glue these letters together. I like it when the words are all attached, because then you don't need to do each individual letter. You can just cut it 3 times and glue 3 times and you're done. But I really like this font. This font is just really simple and clean, and I just love it. And that's one thing I love about these coordinating fonts, the Simple Sentiments, is because you get the same word but in different fonts. And some of these fonts are just really cute. And if you feel like doing a script, well, there's some script fonts in there too. So definitely check those out. There's quite a few of them. And there we go. Really cool. So we'll put that aside, and then we'll start working on the next thing. I have the peeps here. I'm going to cut in 2 colors. We have that light purple and the darker purple. For the light one, we'll cut that stitch die 3 times, and then we will cut in the dark purple the 3 that are connected plus all the eyes. Fast forwarding this just a bit so that I can show you me gluing down all the eyes and nose is on each one of these peeps. These are the bunny peeps, so not the chicken ones. And they almost looks delicious to eat. I can just imagine holding those marshmallows in my hand. I personally don't like them. They're a little too sweet for me, but I do have fond memories of eating marshmallows at Easter time. So there is a little bit of nostalgia there for me, even though I can't eat them so much now. But this purple is a perfect color for this. So there we go. Simple, easy peasy. And now we'll put that aside and we'll move on to the egg. I cut this in the wrong size, so I will ink blend it. I didn't realize it until after I ink blended it. So we'll just go with the flow, and the same process. It's just this one's a little bit larger. We're just grabbing some purple ink. It's a little bit darker than I wanted because I accidentally hit the ink too heavy on one side, so I made my egg a little bit darker. Anyways, so just using my blending buddy to ink that up, I splattered some water on it. I didn't wait for it to dry too much, and I smudged it. That's perfectly okay because we're going to be covering a lot of it, so it really is not going to be that noticeable. And then I just inked it again once it was dabbed off so that you can kind of make those white centers that were hit with water a little bit darker again, and it creates this nice speckly egg. So here we go. Here's the right size. This is from the egg card shaped die, and so I want that one smaller layer. And that makes it so that there's a little bit more you can see of the pattern paper. The other egg was just going to go from almost edge to edge, and I didn't want that. I wanted to see more of that nice pattern paper I have there. And then we will just glue on our sentiment and our bunnies. So let's just position everything so we know exactly how we want it. The bunnies kind of only have that one spot because that's the widest spot of the eggs. And so I'm going to make sure that it's nice and centered there. And then I'm going to glue down the Easter sentiment and just center it as best as I can all around the bunnies and the sides. And then we'll put down our have an exceptional sentiment above it. And once again, we're going to center that as best as we can. This is such an easy card to make. All you have to do is cut a few things, find some pattern paper that you really like, and then just choose some ink colors for the egg that matches that background. And you're done. It's such a fun, easy Easter card to make. What I'm going to do is bring out some new sequins. These are not sequins, embellishments. These are the Chunky Shreds, and this is the Aura color. So it's like a white pearlescent or clear pearlescent. It's almost like a blue hinge to it. And we're going to glue a bunch of these all over. You won't actually see the glue on it. It blocks it quite nicely. And we're just going to make this a confetti egg just so that we're breaking up that egg a little bit more. So there we go. This is the card that I created for the hop. I should say that there is a link down in the description below that will take you to a chance of winning a gift card with Trinity Stamps. So definitely hop along and for your chance to win. We are on YouTube and we are going to be on Instagram. So definitely check both of those places and check out what everyone has created using the new February 2026 release by Trinity Stamps. I do hope you enjoyed this, and until the next time, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.